Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new on this channel, welcome to the team. If you're returning back, I'm very happy to have you back. So for today's episode, I'm just doing the part 2 of the previous video that I have about being too sensitive. In this episode, I'm just talking about a couple of things that you can do in order to protect yourself as somebody who is highly sensitive or too sensitive. So in this episode, once again, I'm just talking about the importance of setting boundaries when you are somebody who you know and you have accepted that you are too sensitive. So my tip number one definitely is to know and accept who you are. Like I said, in the process of being a highly sensitive person, many people are still dwelling in that phase where they kind of refuse. They know they are highly sensitive, but then because they haven't accepted in their heart, every time somebody would tell them that you are too sensitive, it hurts them. But I believe that when you really accept that you are somebody who is too sensitive or highly sensitive, when you really accept it, and when you accept it as as a good thing, as a positive thing, when somebody tell you that, you actually take it as a compliment. It's like no matter what they say that can seem wrong, however they say it, you just thank God that it reminded you how wonderful of a person that you are, because you are very sensitive. Because once again, as mentioned in the past video, being a sensitive person allows you to really pick on many things that other people cannot take. So really, it's a superpower. Now that you have accepted that you are too sensitive, what do you do? Because accepting is one thing, but don't get me wrong, even though you accepted, there are times where, especially if within the same week, you hear, this girl is back again. She's too sensitive. We're going to say something and she's going to cry. Or we're going to say something and she's going to extrapolate it. Definitely, it's going to make you furious. So how do you, like I said, protect yourself from reacting this way? You have to remember, you are in control of your own emotion. Yes, you are highly sensitive, but you can control it. Yes, you are very sensitive or too sensitive, but you can find ways to tolerate it. By what? First, number one, by setting boundaries. Boundaries, number one, could be, to tell people directly, that you don't like it. So you have to be bold enough, but if somebody tells you, you are too sensitive, you are this, you have to be strong enough and be very direct and tell people, thank you for your feedback. Thank you for letting me know that I'm very sensitive. I appreciate that, but I want you to know that I do not feel okay when you tell me that. It make me feel as less. It make me feel as if, my feelings are being invalidated. And so really, out of all my respect, I would appreciate that maybe you find another word, but just during the discussion, don't tell me that, that I am too sensitive. I'm already aware of it, and I don't need somebody to tell me about it. So once again, you just have to go straight to the point. You have to be very direct with the person about, what you like and what you don't like, and hope that they will understand it and not do it again. The step number 2 in setting your boundaries is definitely, like I say, being very self-aware of who you are as a person. Accepting the fact that you are a highly sensitive person or you are a too sensitive person, and that's okay. In that process, I want you also to learn to not have other people validate your feeling. Learn to almost discredit other people's feeling. You have to learn to I will not say toughen up your heart, but you have to learn to almost disregard other people say about you. Like you said, you've heard it enough and enough that you are too sensitive, highly sensitive. And so what? So I want you to practice, when somebody tell you that you are too sensitive, maybe come with something. Maybe it could be like I say, so what? Or maybe it could be something you tell us in your own heart. Okay, let's just move on. Just find a way, like I say, to not be offended by what they say, because they haven't been told more than that. That's all they know how to say. But you as a person, in order to prevent yourself from being hurt, you have to practice to almost dismiss what they are saying, acting as if you didn't even hear them, acting as if, you don't care. You have to learn that. And it takes practice. For me personally, I know it was hard, especially when it was coming from people that I love, telling me, you're just too much. At first I'll act, as if I don't care. So like I said, I will dismiss. But then when I go in the secret of my heart, when I'm in my own, in my own quiet time, it will come back. Those thoughts will come back and will hurt me. But like I say, I have to learn to tell myself, Ashley, You are wonderfully made. You know what, Ashley? Maybe they say that because they're jealous of you. You know what? Maybe they are saying that because they haven't been able to feel the emotion that you have. Because let's be honest, people who are kind of detached from their own emotion, they call it as being strong. I don't care. People can tell me anything and it doesn't hurt me. They call it as being strong. And it's seen as when you are too emotional or when you are too sensitive, it's seen as a weakness at times. To the point where, even when men, are too emotional, when men are too sensitive, they call it as, he's a girl, she's a girly. Well, he has to toughen up. Well, if you remember from my previous video, I did say that it affects 15 to 20% of the worldwide population. Being too sensitive does not look at if you are a man or a woman. It affects everybody. So even men can sometimes be too sensitive. And that's okay. I think all we just need to do is just look at the fact. It's just educate ourselves about what it is to be too sensitive. And like I said, appreciate people. Love them just the way they are. If you can't love them, or somebody else will love them, just move on. But just don't come and disrupt the peace. Please, don't do it. So come back to, like I said, to the different ways that you can guard your heart, that you can protect yourself as a too sensitive person. Like I say, you have to set boundaries, which is you have to learn to disregard. You have to learn to dismiss what people say. Because you have to understand in life that, some people, when they wake up, all they want to do is just to create trouble wherever they go. And if you're one of those people, like I say, you're not strong in your heart, they're going to break your heart many times. So you have to, like I said, to learn to dismiss what they say. You have to also learn, like I said, to go back in your Bible and figure out who does God say I am. Like I said, he say I'm a wonderful creature. He said that, I am the daughter of the Most High. The Bible says that what? That I was meticulously made. God does not make any mistake. So if I am this way, there's a reason why. There's a purpose why I am this way. So whatever the enemy say, whatever my spouse say, whatever my secret other say, you know what? I'm gonna hear it. And here come my favorite quote. Just as a duck, just as a dog, the water come on me, all those thoughts come on me, I'm gonna shake and just move on. You know what I mean? So you have to learn to, like I said, to find a coping mechanism where either you disregard what they say, you dismiss what they say, or you tell them straight, you know what? I don't like what you're doing. Please stop. It makes me feel uncomfortable. And the worst case scenario, when you're in a place where people start doing this kind of thing, if you don't feel comfortable, you have to learn to leave. Because eventually, things that you're here have not heard. Can your heart be offended? No. Your heart will not be offended. So you have to learn to move out of places when you're feeling uncomfortable. Especially in a relationship, spouse, they will come at you. And there we go. When we will say something, you're going to start crying. You are the one that is too emotional. You are too sensitive. And it hurts, like I say. So when things like that happen, maybe in a respectful, you know what? At this point, I feel like we are crossing the line. I'm feeling uncomfortable. So with all my due respect, I'm just going to have to move out. And you just move. You just move. Find your quiet space, recharge yourself. But yes, that's the way you're going to take care of yourself. Because like I said, 2023 is a year where we do you. You do you. You take care of yourself first. Yes, it may be a relationship between your mom and you. Yes, you love your mom so much. That's true. But if your mom come and trouble your peace in a respectful way, find ways to heal yourself. Find ways to fill back your cup before you come. Similarly, if you're in a relationship, whether it's a marriage relationship, whether it's a engagement relationship, if your spouse, if your fiance, if you feel like you are being treated in a way where you're feeling as being discredited, where they always try to belittle you, do you? Yes, you are a couple. Yes, you are together. But if you feel a relationship, once again, like I say, where it's always like the story is being, people take who you are as a person and transform it as a weakness. Like I said, move on. By move on, I'm not saying quit the relationship. No. But once again, find way to escape the conversation and then go build yourself. Build yourself stronger. Like I said, whether it is through reading the Bible, whether it's through reading self-development book, find ways, because yes, there's ways to cope. Like I said, for myself personally, like I said, I have learned to build that wall where somebody will tell me, you are too sensitive. You're just exaggerating. You just too much. And I'd be like, and more. Are you done? I don't care. I am the way God intended me to be. So I rejoice. What else you want to say? So I find ways, like I say, where I am so confident in myself, in who I am. I'm confident in the gift that God put into me of being, that superhero, able to feel people emotion that no matter what the world tells me, I am not shaken by that. I know what the Lord say about me, so I'm not shaken. Rather, I will use that talent of mine in another way, in different ways, like I am right now in the healthcare field. To go to comfort the people, to comfort my patient, to bring the empathy where empathy is needed, to bring comfort where it's needed, to bring that warmth where it's needed. So yes, don't waste your time, because sometimes if you stay in this type of relationship, or if you stay in those places where you feel uncomfortable, people keep saying you are too sensitive, you are this. Without yourself knowing, you're gonna start shying from it. You're gonna try to change yourself to please others, but the reality is that, remember, if it's true that you're a highly sensitive person, which means that it's wired in your brain, it's a trait, it's a gene that you carry, it means that you cannot change yourself. You cannot transform yourself into being what I want you to be. No. All you can do, you can maybe find ways to cope. You can find ways to adjust. But you cannot change yourself. So, once again, 2023, do you. Do what makes you happy. Yes, if you're in a relationship, like I said, where you have a family is important. Spouse is important. But you have to take care of yourself too. So, do you. I hope that I give you a couple of tips, like I said once again, about couple of things that you can do as a highly sensitive person to avoid being triggered, or to protect that gift that the Lord gave you. Yes, I repeat again, it is a gift. But 15 to 20% of the whole population has that. The other one, they don't have it. So that's why when you look at it, we may be seen as a minority in this world. That's why for other people, it may seem as strange. It may seem as, weird. But okay, 2023, it is okay to be weird. It's okay to be strange. It's okay to be unique. That's what makes you who you are. Right now, we are looking for authenticity. And that's gift that you are, in being too sensitive, in being highly sensitive, in being, who you are. That makes you authentic and unique. So once again, all my girl out there, all my boy out there who are highly sensitive or too sensitive, you are wonderfully made. There's nothing wrong with you. You are just different, and that's okay. Different is beautiful. May the Lord bless you, and I'll see you guys again next time in my next video. Bye.